Our readings for today are very long. Let us just focus on one part of the gospel and some few parts of the other readings to help us enter into this spirit of the passion of our Lord. Saint Mark in our gospel said, when Jesus was in Bethany, reclining at table at the house of Simon the leper, a woman came with an alabaster jar of perfumed oil. And this is very costly. The gospel tells us the price. It is worth more than 300 days' wages. But even if it was very costly, the woman broke the jar and poured the oil on the head of Jesus. Imagine the whole house was filled with the fragrance of this perfume that is very expensive. The act of this woman that will be remembered after so many centuries is an anticipation or prophetic proclamation of what will happen to Jesus in the coming days. He will die, and every dead person will be anointed with perfume. But after his death, he will be risen. And the fragrance of the resurrection will fill not just the tomb, but the whole universe. But the fragrance can only fill the whole place if the owner is generous enough to waste it without counting the cost. When the woman broke the jar, many of those around, knowing the costly price of it, said, "Why waste it? It could have been used to help the poor. Why waste it?" Parents, why do you waste your time, your resources, your hard work, your energy for your children who will one day break your hearts? Why waste these resources? Employees to different institutions, why waste your time working with someone or with an institution that doesn't even recognize and appreciate your good work. Businessmen, why don't you waste, or why waste your opportunities to take advantage of this pandemic so that you will have more profits for your gain? Bishop, why waste millions of pesos to build this big cathedral? We could have used these millions of pesos to help the poor, especially those houses that were totally damaged. Why waste all these things? We turn to Jesus. Jesus, why do you care in entering Jerusalem? Why are you wasting your time, your energy, your life for us, who in the very first place do not deserve such love and death? Why waste your life for us? Why all this waste? One of the persons who asked this question is Judas. Judas, who is manipulative. Judas, who uses people, who uses the poor, who even uses Jesus to advance his plans and interest. Why waste all this? This is a question, a language of people who adores prophet as their God. They don't release something without expecting a return of investment. But let us ask Jesus in our second reading, why all this waste? St. Paul in his letter to the Ephesians said, though Jesus was in the form of God, he did not deem equality with God something to be grasped at. Rather, he emptied himself, taking the form of a slave. He humbled himself, became human, and remained obedient even to the point of death, death on the cross. Why all this waste? Judas cannot understand this. Those people who only look after their own interest cannot understand this. But those people who look for the common good, who look after the good of others, do not ask this question. They ask the question, why not waste? Why not waste? Only those people who are willing to be poor are the ones capable of truly loving. Jesus emptied himself to save us. To save others, therefore, we have to lose ourselves. And in losing ourselves for others, we find ourselves in the arms of God. Why all these waste? There is only one reason. People who are willing to waste are the very people who truly love. Without love, we hold to what we possess. It is only when we love that we are willing to let go even the most precious treasure that we have. Today, we commemorate, we remember Jesus entering Jerusalem, offering his life for each one of us. And he is willing to waste everything that he has, and only for one reason: because he loves us, even to the point of death. May Jesus Christ be praised.